Is she secretly into you but holding back? It's time to uncover the truth. If you've ever wondered whether a woman is hiding her feelings of attraction, pay close attention. These signs will reveal if she's suppressing her emotions and waiting for you to make the next move. First, she gets nervous around you. Let's begin with something that might seem small but is incredibly telling: nervousness. Nervous energy is a dead giveaway, gentlemen, and it's a sign that most women can't hide, no matter how hard they try. If she gets nervous around you, it's her body's way of responding to her attraction, even if she's not ready to admit it to herself or to you. You'll see it in the way she fiddles with her hair, adjusts her clothes, or keeps touching her face. These are all signs of self-consciousness. She's hyper-aware of how she appears to you. You might notice that her voice changes when she's around you. Maybe it's softer, or she stumbles over her words, or even laughs nervously. This is all because she's feeling the pressure of making a good impression. She's fighting that internal battle of wanting to appear confident and composed, but being overwhelmed by the emotions she feels when you're close. And gentlemen, this is where you come in. If you spot this kind of nervous behavior, it's your job to put her at ease. Create an environment where she feels comfortable. Engage her in light, low-pressure conversations that allow her to relax and be herself. The more she feels safe and valued, the more likely she is to let those walls down and reveal her true feelings. Now, it's important to note that nervousness alone isn't always a surefire sign of attraction. Some women are naturally shy or anxious. But if you observe this nervous energy alongside other signs we're going to discuss, it's a strong indication that she's fighting her feelings for you. Second, she avoids eye contact. Now, gentlemen, eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal signals there is. When a woman is attracted to a man, her eyes often give her away before she even says a word. She might hold your gaze for a little longer than usual. Her pupils might dilate, or she might give you that intense, lingering look that speaks volumes. But if she's fighting her feelings, the opposite can happen. She'll avoid eye contact altogether. Why does this happen? Well, when she avoids eye contact, it's often because she's afraid that locking eyes with you will reveal everything she's trying to hide. She doesn't want to make it too obvious that she's into you, so she looks away, focuses on her phone, or pretends to be distracted. It's a defense mechanism, a way of keeping her emotions in check. But there's another layer to this. She might be afraid of misinterpreting your feelings or making a wrong move. She could be worried that if she meets your gaze, she'll appear too forward, or she'll get lost in the moment and reveal more than she's ready to admit. So, what do you do when she avoids eye contact? The worst thing you can do is pressure her. Instead, take it slow and show her through your actions and words that you're genuinely interested in getting to know her. Let her know that you're paying attention not because you're trying to get something from her, but because you value who she is. This reassurance will make her feel safe enough to eventually open up, and when she does, those eyes of hers might tell you everything you need to know. Third, she teases you. All right, guys, let's move on to a classic one: teasing. We've all heard that teasing is flirting 101, and that's because it works. But when a woman teases you while simultaneously keeping her distance, it could mean she's battling her attraction to you. Teasing is a playful, often lighthearted way for her to engage with you without making her true intentions too obvious. It's like she's throwing a small hint your way, testing the waters to see how you'll respond. When a woman teases you, she might be doing it as a way to interact with you in a safe, controlled manner. She could make fun of something you said, jokingly criticize your choice of shoes, or mock you for something silly. But make no mistake, she's trying to get your attention to build a playful rapport, while at the same time keeping her guard up. She's testing your reaction, gauging whether you're confident enough to play along and whether you'll tease her back. If you do, and you do it well, she'll feel that spark of connection and might be tempted to let her guard down, even if just a little. Now, it's important to read the tone of her teasing. If it's light and fun, that's a green light. It shows she's trying to establish a connection, but is doing so in a way that gives her the freedom to pull back if she feels the need to. But if her teasing crosses the line into critical or dismissive territory, it might be a sign that she's pushing you away on purpose. In that case, you'll need to set boundaries and let her know what's acceptable and what's not. Fourth, she acts cold or distant. Here's where things can get a little tricky. When a woman acts cold or distant, you might immediately think she's not interested, but that's not always the case. If she's pulling away, it could actually be her way of protecting herself because she feels vulnerable. When a woman feels attracted to a man, she might be afraid of appearing too eager, and in an effort to keep her emotions in check, she might create distance. It's a defensive move, one that allows her to maintain some control over the situation. Think about it. She's interested, but she's also afraid of getting hurt. Maybe she's been burned in the past, or maybe she's uncertain about your intentions. By acting distant, she's testing your reaction. Are you going to chase her, showing her that you're genuinely interested, or will you walk away? This is her way of figuring out if she can trust you. If you find yourself dealing with a woman who's acting cold or distant, give her the space she needs. Don't press the issue or try to force her to open up before she's ready. Instead, focus on building a strong foundation of trust and respect. Show her that you care about who she is as a person, not just as a potential partner. Ask her about her passions, her goals, and her dreams. Show genuine interest. The more she sees that you value her beyond just physical attraction, the more she'll feel comfortable enough to let her guard down and allow her emotions to come through. Fifth, she talks about other guys. This one might seem counterintuitive, but it's a common tactic. When a woman you're interested in starts talking about other men, it's easy to feel confused or frustrated. You might think, why would she do that if she's into me? But guys, sometimes this is exactly her way of fighting her feelings. By mentioning other men, she's testing you. She wants to see how you react. Are you indifferent, or do you show a hint of jealousy? If she's bringing up other guys, it's often a way of creating emotional distance while simultaneously gauging your interest. She might be afraid of putting all her cards on the table, so she uses these stories as a shield. It's her way of saying, I'm interested, but I'm not going to make it too easy. Alternatively, she could be talking about other men because she's unsure of where you stand, and she wants to protect herself from becoming too emotionally invested. So how do you handle this? Simple. Communicate openly. Don't play games or try to outmaneuver her. Let her know that you're interested in her and that you're curious about how she feels. Be honest about your intentions. If she feels safe and valued, she'll be more likely to drop the act and express her true feelings. Sixth, she sends mixed signals. Finally, we come to the most confusing behavior of all, mixed signals. This is where she seems warm and engaged one moment and then cold and distant the next. One day, she's texting you back immediately and making plans to hang out, and the next, she's suddenly too busy or not responding at all. This roller coaster can be exhausting, but it's often a sign that she's fighting her feelings of attraction. Mixed signals are a clear sign of inner conflict. She's interested, but she's also afraid. Afraid of being hurt, afraid of making a mistake, or afraid of rejection. Maybe she wants to keep things light and casual, not wanting to get too emotionally invested before she knows where you stand. By sending mixed signals, she's giving herself an out. She can pull back if she feels things are getting too intense. In these situations, the best approach is to be direct. Let her know that you've noticed the inconsistency and ask her how she feels. Express your own feelings openly and give her the space to be honest. If she's overwhelmed by her emotions, reassure her that you're not in a rush and that you're willing to take things at her pace. This shows that you respect her boundaries and that you're interested in building something real, not just chasing a temporary thrill.